and Mr. Douglas have returned. I'll ask Ms. Fuller first, just yes or no. Were you able to reach a resolution?
Yes.
Okay. What is the nature of that resolution? What was the agreement?
The agreement will be no contact.
Okay. So, Mr. Douglas, you do understand that Mrs. Fuller is indicating that she will dismiss the case as long as you agree to maintain no contact with her. That means that you should not call her, you should not speak to her, you should not approach her property. If you're on your property, you remain on your property and you don't look at her or go over towards her or yell at her, or communicate with her in any way. You just stay on your property. And you do not reach out to her via mail or email or Instagram, social media, send her a card in the mail, nothing. So you do understand that, Mr. Douglas? I'll need you to unmute and just make sure that you understand that.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So what I will do, Ms. Fuller, is I will just put that down in our records that the agreement is that he will maintain no contact with you and not engage with you in any way whenever outside of his property.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you both. And you're both excused. Have a good rest of the day.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
So, Mr. Armstrong,
Bye.
do you have you did not yourself witness this incident? Is that correct?
Say that again.
You did not witness this incident yourself. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Do you have the person who did see something present to testify here today?
No, I do not.
Okay. Do you wish to have a reset to be able to get your witnesses to testify?
I don't know any address for him.
Okay. Do you have contact with this witness at all?
I have a phone number. I'm not sure if it still works, but I can reach out.
So your choices would be you can go forward with the hearing and you have no evidence other than what somebody else said that I wouldn't have a chance to speak to. So you likely would not prevail, or you can see if you would like to reset it to see if you can get that person to come in and explain what they saw.
Okay.
Would you like to reset it or would you like me just
That's
to
fine. I can reset it.
Okay. How much time do you think you would need to get in touch with him? Would 4 weeks be enough time to get in touch with him and see if he could come?
Yes, that'll be fine.
Okay. Madam Clerk, what is the next reset date that we would have? Would the 9th of October be open and would it work?
Yes, Judge, that's fine.
Perfect. Okay. So, Mr. Armstrong, can you appear on October the 9th, which is a Monday at 6 p.m.? We always do it Mondays at 6 p.m.
That's fine.
Okay. So you're free to go ahead and go. We'll resend out notices, but just make sure that you have your witnesses since you did not actually witness
Make
this
sure we haven't
incident.
received any
Okay, thank you.
Responses from him or requests for continuance from him.
No problem.
Thank you. Okay, so Ms. Silas, you're still under oath. I think I previously swore you in, so you are still under oath. What you can do now is you can explain what happened, and if you have any proof of what happened, that you send that proof to the court already.
Yes, I previously sent it for the last Zoom call that I had. This is actually my reset.
Do you have
And,
any text messages or voice messages or any proof that he agreed of the agreement as far as the money?
Yes, I do, and I already sent it. But if I have to send it again, I will.
Okay, and then how did you label it, and when did you send it?
I sent it last month, prior to the court date, so probably the beginning of August.
And was it from was it one email or was it multiple?
I believe it was multiple.
Okay, hold on one second. Madam Clerk, are we able to find her evidence? We can just put it on the screen if we do have it.
No problem, Judge. I'm looking now.
Thank you.
Okay. Judge, I don't see anything from her. The only thing I see from June 28th was the application.
Okay, so can we put the email address in the chat feature?
Okay.
Thank you. Ms. Silas, look in the chat feature. You're going to see an email address. You're going to need to resend your evidence to that email address. And then I'll come back to your case once the clerk is able to confirm that you've sent it. So just look out. It'll come up shortly. So I'm going to remute you and I'm going to go to the next case, but we'll get back to your case as soon as we receive your information.
Okay.
Okay. And Ms. Manuel, you're still under oath as well. You indicated that you were hit. If you can just tell me a little bit about how you know the person that hit you.
And we dated for
Okay, looks like we lost Ms. Manuel. Okay, so Ms. Manuel, you may want to make sure that you're somewhere where you get the best reception, just because I have to be able to hear your testimony. So if you can just make sure you're located in the place where you get the absolute best reception. And then we can go from there.
okay. In the fourth year, as we progress in the fourth year, a young lady called my. Can you can't
No,
hear
well,
me?
I don't want to. You don't. I just need to know how you know each other. I don't want to know your relationship history. But you said you
You
dated
want to
this
know?
person. You said
You
you
want to know?
dated this person. That's how you know him.
Oh, what are you asking me? Do you want to know how?
No, I don't need to know anything else. Let me ask this. Do you what day did this incident occur?
The incident occurred on May 20th, 2023.
Okay, were you still dating May 20th of 2023?
No.
When did you
After that, no.
stop dating?
After that incident.
Okay, so you were dating whenever this incident occurred?
Yes.
Okay, so you were dating in a relationship whenever this incident occurred.
Yes.
Okay, had the two of you ever lived together?
No.
Okay, and what occurred on the date of the incident?
At that time, well, he was do side work where he do bathrooms, and he had guys working for him, and it had doing construction, tore out my mom's bathroom. And at that point, when he came out, well, a young lady, he was sneaking, seeing the girl, behind my back or whatever. And at that time, so when I went to Terry Mill to get the guys out, they told, everything out the bathroom. And as I, was asking him at that point, was he gonna have the bathroom finished, because we were having relatives over, because my uncle was crossing over, into proceeding to death or whatever.
Yeah, hold
And
on
we
one
have
second, Miss Manuel. I apologize. Give me just 1 second. Madam Clerk, for Mrs. Manuel's case, did we send it to two separate addresses for the defendant, or did we just send it to one address for him? I apologize. Give me 1 second.
I could check quickly, Judge. One moment.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I'm only seeing the 30, Judge, nothing else.
Okay, thank you. And Mrs. Manuel, you believe that he still lives at that, don't say any other part of the address because we're on a live feed, but the 3250, is that where you believe he still lives?
yes, that's
Okay.
that's the last, that I know of.
Okay, you say it like that. Do you believe he's moved from that location?
I'm not sure, but I know he's on disability and Social Security, but he uses his mom address on the address where I was telling you, though he does the rooming house around the corner. So, but he uses his mom address for his Social Security disability, but he does run his own company as well.
Okay,
And
so
he
where
uses
does
her
he
address for
normally
that.
receive his mail? Does he receive his mail at the
At
apartment?
the apartment and his mom address.
Okay, and then how long had he been living at the apartment before this
He's been
incident
living at
happened?
the apartment, well, since I've been on it for he's been living at the apartment for about 3 years.
Okay, so he's been there for 3 years.
About three and a half years, yeah.
Okay. So that's fine. Since notice was sent to the apartment, I'll accept that. So you went to the apartment address?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what occurred?
When I went to the apartment to ask him, well, after I first went to the house to ask, the guys, because at that point that
Well,
morning
I
when I
don't want
went,
to know about that part. So just tell me what
okay, well,
happened with the two of you.
when I went to the apartment and knocked on the door and was asking him about the guys, about him having the guys come over that morning about doing the bathroom. And him and the young lady, came to the door, and the first thing he said, and the only thing I asked him was, Zola, I thought you were gonna have the guys come over to finish the bathroom. And he came out the door. He said, I told you, B, and like that, and just came storming out the door and just grabbed me by my cornrows and grabbed me by my hair and held me down and just drove me to my car. And as he dragged me to the car, and by the time we got into the car, he took the fist and just punched me in the left eye. And by the time he hit, and I was trying to fight back. As I was trying to fight back, I was fighting back. And by the time he had me bent over in the car, and as I'm trying to fight back, I bit him on the finger, and that's the only way I could get him off of me. And I was screaming to the folks that was standing outside to call 911. And that soon they was calling 911, and as I was standing outside waiting for the police to arrive, and the police never showed. And but I stood there, and him and the young lady, they drove off. As I still stayed out, waiting on the police to arrive, but the police never showed. So I drove toward Memorial Drive to near the DeKalb County Police where my daughter lived, and called the police from there. And that's why called the police from there.
Okay, and did anyone other than the other lady that came to the door witness what happened?
It was other people that was downstairs from where he lived, and some people upstairs, and a girl upstairs. She I was screaming, ma'am, could you please call call the police, whatever, because she was screaming at him and was saying, you wrong for that. You hit on that woman. And as I asked her, could you please, call the police and dial my mom number. And they gave her my mom number. And as I thought, when I get
So
by the time I got
did you
home,
have a phone to call yourself to, or did you just have her call the police?
I didn't have no phone. I didn't have no phone because my phone was broken. And by the time
when did you go to the police station? Was it that same day?
the same day, the same morning.
Okay, give me one moment.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so we will issue a warrant. You will need to go by the courthouse to sign. If you can please do that by Thursday, if at all possible. You'll need to go to the criminal division. They'll send you instructions about what to do. And you'll get that email instruction probably tomorrow sometime. If you don't receive it by close of business, you can call to check and see on Tuesday at close of business what's going on, but they should send it to you sometime tomorrow. You will need to come
criminal
and
division that's on
sign.
Memorial.
They're going to give you all of your instructions, yes, for what to do.
Okay.
And you'll need to come and sign. I cannot do anything if you don't sign, so you'll need to go ahead and do this immediately. So you'll come, follow their instructions, and please get
you are
that
still
signed
under
by
oath,
Thursday.
Ms. Bryant. You need to explain what happened, what day this was, and what happened right before this incident.
Okay. So it happened on June 6th, around 3:30 p.m. I was at work. It's two girls, Claire and her sister, Sheree. I don't know Sheree, but I do know Claire because we work together with the houses. So we teamed up to work together. it was a lot of drama going on around the workplace with people talking about other people, but I didn't get involved. Claire will always come and tell me about the drama and stuff. But on June 6th, I was eating lunch. I was at lunch, and she had came up to me and was asking me, "Oh, did I say something to her about the manager?" I told her no. It's nothing for me to say to her about the manager. So I don't know. After that, she just started yelling, arguing with me, trying to fight me in the break room. Everybody was just trying to get her to leave the break room. So I really didn't pay no mind. So went back to working. Our clock out time is at 3:20. So I went back into the break room after I got done doing the houses, and I was going to the break room to clock out, and she was in the break room again with her sister this time. So that's when she just brought it back up and saying, "Oh, why was you talking to me about the manager?" I honestly did not know what she was talking about. So she just kept going on and on. I'm telling her I'm not about to fight her over that. Like I was telling her I wasn't going to fight her because I don't know what she's talking about for one. And that's when she started to record me, saying I was scary, stuff like that. And she posted me on her Instagram. So I did not pay that no mind. I was walking out the break room and I'm just laughing it off. And that's when her sister, Sheree, she had grabbed my hair from behind and they both started jumping me. Um, Nobody was really breaking it up. It lasted for like 5 minutes. Like nobody was really breaking it up. And that was outside of the break room. So we was outside. So after that I had got up and that's when Claire, she spit on me in my face, on the right side of my face. And I do have a lot of pictures I sent to you guys and a video. But then that was it with that day. The next day they had the people from the workplace asked if I needed to go to their clinic, but I declined. And then they fired the both of us the next day.
Okay, was there any video from your workplace?
I don't have the video of the actual fight, but I only have the screen recording of her saying that she was going to beat me up if she ever saw me after the fight. And she did post a little bit of the arguing, but she didn't post the fight. I'm not sure if that's recorded.
Okay. Do they have cameras at the residential community?
They do.
Are you able to request if they had video footage, or do you know if anyone requested if they had video
Yeah, I
footage?
could ask. Yeah, I could ask, but I'm not sure they'll give it to me. But I could ask.
So I'm going to reset you so that you can get some more information, especially since if it's a facility like that, they probably should have video footage. So I'm going to reset you to the October court date, and you'll need to bring, see if you can get the video footage of that. And then I don't know, Madam Clerk, that we have all of her information that all of, for this case for Mrs.
I can check quickly if
Okay, so
anything.
yes, let's just make sure. So Ms. Bryant, we're going to check for you real quick to make sure we have your other evidence, and we don't need to have
Okay.
that resent, but you do need to, and was there anyone who witnessed this other than just the two people that you're alleging were fighting you?
Yeah, it was a boy that was there. He was the one that broke it up. I had got his number, but I think he changed his number because I tried to text him last week about the court date and it didn't go through.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm going to reset you just so I can see if you can get that video of the incident, so that I can see if there's something, see what was happening.
Okay.
And
Got it, Judge. We're good.
we do. Okay, perfect. So you don't need to resend your other evidence. We have it. There's October the 9th. I believe that's going to be the reset date. It should be a Monday. Does that day work for you?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll reset you to October 9th, 6 p.m. And I'll ask that you go out first since you've already been here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you and have a
I
good evening.
sent it
Thank you.
individually to the email that you sent. I don't know why it's not going through.
Okay.
It says sent though.
Okay, so if
I
we
sent it to both emails.
yes, if we haven't received it, what do you have emails of? Are they text messages? What are they emails of?
Yes, they are text messages.
Okay, and what is said in the text messages?
Basically, it's the exchange. It's us discussing the trip, how much it'll cost, and him telling me that he'll get it half off if I send him a certain amount. Basically what I'm accusing him of, is screenshots of all of it from
So
us
I'm going to
discussing
need
it,
to
me sending the
probably
money.
look at that. What you can do is, if you're not able to email it to us and figure out a way for it to go through, I guess, a small enough size for us to be able to see it. Your next option would be you could bring us physical copies. It sounds like a civil matter to me, but I don't ever like to prejudge anything until I actually see the evidence itself. So I cannot definitively say that, but I do need to see what occurred. So you can bring that physical evidence down if you have printouts, if it's not able to email to us efficiently.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, and I'm going to reset you as well for the October 9th court date so that you can try to get your evidence to us.
Okay,
Okay, thank you and have a good evening.
you too.
Thank you.